I'm approaching 1,900 job applications in 2024 alone. With how quickly I work, I will be over 2,000 job applications by the end of this weekend. And I've had 16 interviews.
And you still ain't got no job?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. And before anyone starts, you should go do this. I have 8 resumes, keyword optimized for career positions that I've held in the past. I have the additional 3 resumes that are geared towards part-time work. 1 for food service, 1 for warehouse work, and 1 general one that I can just hand to someone if they ever ask for it.
You still ain't got no job?
And I am approaching 1,900 job applications this year. I don't know what going on. Been homeless now for just over 3 weeks. Lost my car, my dog.
These people that get on here and then they talk about how they've applied for 1,900 job applications and they don't get no interviews and like, bro, I'm sorry, you can say whatever you want to say. I will never feel bad for I think he's in Cali, he might be mixed, but he's definitely white passing. But I will never feel bad for a white passing or a white male in this country, in the United States of America.
Let me go ahead and stop you, because we know where he's about to go. Look, all right. So we about to have 2 different discussions. First of all, I'm about to go in on his take. Second of all, we're going to have an actual productive conversation with some actionable advice for anybody that may be in Buddy's situation where, he's just mass applying, shotgun applying for jobs and nothing's really sticking. Now, for first of all, for this guy, that's basically pushing this narrative that he shouldn't be having any of these issues because he's white, or at least white passing. He don't even look fully white. I want you, if y'all agree with him in this sentiment, I want you to go back and look at all the videos that I've posted on this channel over the past 3 weeks, because the channel isn't that old. It's only 3 weeks old. The job market affects everybody. The car market affects everybody. Housing affects everybody. Inflation affects everybody. All of the volatility in the economy is not discriminating based on race. No, he does not get a head start because of the color of his skin. And my question to the black community is, bro, how long are we going to do this? How long are we going to be here? How long are we going to sit up wanting to be victims so bad? He wanted this to hit so bad. He thought he was eating. He thought he was going crazy with this, but it's really a foolish and a naive take. All it takes is a quick Google search of layoffs 2024, layoffs 2023 to see all of the hundreds of thousands of people that have lost their job, and you really trying to play the race card, bro. Come on, man. Now, that being said, going back to my guy that made the original video about the 1,900 job applications, talking about he's getting ready to be over 2,000. We do have to take some form of personal accountability for the situation, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, there's really no reason why you should be putting in that many job applications and only getting, I believe he said, 16 interviews. Now, just some basic job applying, job search knowledge for you guys. You don't in this number, you shouldn't really be counting the easy apply jobs on LinkedIn or Indeed or Glassdoor or wherever you're applying for your jobs. Don't bother with the little easy apply ones. I would almost recommend you not even bother with any jobs that don't direct you to the company website. In my experience, what's worked kind of well for me is going on the job description, copy and pasting the whole job description, and then going into putting it in the ChatGPT, and then I'll tell ChatGPT to optimize the experience and maybe even the relevant skills section of my resume to rank highly in whatever company's ATS system, applicant tracking system. The guy in the video said he basically had a whole bunch. I believe he said 8. He had 8 preset resumes that he was using to apply for various jobs, and you really can't do that anymore, because we're to the point to where a majority of applications or resumes are not really being looked at by a human. like I said, they're being looked at by that applicant tracking system, which is AI that's just filtering out your resume for keywords. So, I mean, while yes, it's hard, like if you play your cards right and you're as efficient as you possibly can be applying to every job, you should see some results. I do also think that Buddy is in a pretty unique scenario, especially considering he alluded to the bulk of the jobs that he was applying for being food and warehouse jobs. That's kind of crazy considering a majority of warehouse jobs are always hiring because the turnover rate is so high. So I think bro just might need some help. He just might not really know exactly what is the most optimal way to apply for a job. He might not necessarily know about these applicant tracking systems. And we should have what bro right here that made this video, like basically like race shaming him, should have done is make a video giving him some actionable steps and some actual information that he could have taken, you know, to possibly help and improve his situation instead of getting on here pulling a race card. But that is the lamest thing you can possibly do, in my opinion. But I'm gonna let the video play a little bit more and I'm gonna see if it's anything that he might say in here that might be of value to me and you that we can extract out of here. Hopefully he don't just stay on the race car. Hopefully he actually tries to, you know, help the guy.
And you are homeless and you don't have a job, I will never feel bad for you because you had literally have the cheat code in life in this country and you still suck at life. You still can't get it.
I've heard of, with the introduction of, you know, diversity, equity, and inclusion and affirmative action and, you know, all of the attempts of, you know, these governing bodies and various companies to level the playing field for everyone of all colors. I've heard of, and believe it or not, I have heard of white men, just the average white men, checking the African American or any other kind of box on their job applications, trying to, you know, get a higher or even just a fair chance, you know, to be looked at or to be considered for a job. And it's people in situations like the guy in the video that are desperate. Like I said, the job market affects all of us. Ghost jobs affect all of us. All of the things that we've been talking about on the channel over these past few weeks affect all of us. This is not a race issue, man. That's why I say this is probably the lamest, most shallow take you can have on the economy, on what's going on, man. Like, come on, dog.
Ahead. Like, you got a head start in the race and still lost. And like to get on here and act like you just like the job market is so you can't get no job. You're full of. I'm sorry, you're full of shit. Start showing them 1,900 job applications that you applied for. These people get on here and cry about. 9 times out of 10, they're positions that they don't qualify for, or they're ghost positions that those companies just put on there.
And there he goes, substantiating what I just said, that he really didn't get on here to say anything productive. He really didn't get on here to try to help nobody. The guy said he was applying for warehouse and food service jobs, like basic probably server jobs in restaurants, and he's struggling. Now, I would also be interested to know where exactly he's located. But like I said, bro, why are we so inclined to have the race conversation that we start to get away from talking about anything productive? Like, I just got on here and gave y'all some actually like actionable tips that you can take and go implement into your life that will probably help you. This ain't helping nobody, bro. Come on.
Just for the bit. Or did I just say that you just don't qualify for them? A lot of that shit be people's egos. That's what because you can find a job. It's just not the job that you want. UPS is always hiring. FedEx, always hiring. The post office, always hiring. And I highly doubt you can't find a job in somebody's warehouse because there is always a warehouse job open somewhere paying it.
And that's facts. I'm not going to lie to you. UPS, at least where I'm at, I'm in Houston. UPS is always hiring. These warehouses are always hiring, which is why I say it's probably a resume issue. There's some kind of red flag that may be being set off in these systems. We don't know exactly how they work. All we know is that it's AI tracking resumes. But like, instead of talking about that, we pulling a race car, we getting on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, that ain't cool.
At least $20 an hour, and we'll give you all the overtime you want. Restaurants and fast food and clothing places are always hiring, especially during holiday season. It's Walmart always hiring. Target, not so much. They, but y'all be full of shit. And he look fairly in shape. He 35 years old. Guess what? That recruiting office is always open.
That's facts too. You can't always go in the military. Now, we don't know if he's tried to go in the military because, I mean, he 35, he a little bit older. He could, at this point, you know, be having various health conditions. It's a lot of reasons you can't get into the military, dog. But, man, I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here. Let's us have a productive conversation. And I want you guys to hop in the comments as if you're giving advice to the guy with that put in the 1900 applications. So drop y'all thoughts in the comments below. Y'all know I do my best to try to respond to all the comments because I genuinely do want to have a real conversation with you guys about these topics.